you following? All right. Today I'm gonna bring you with me while I clean house. I put in my video description. This is like Filipina OnlyFans. They can tune in and watch a foreigner cleaning house. So where is? Hold on, let me get going here. All right. So I'll keep this. Oh, I got hearts going. Who's doing the hearts? I can't see anybody watching yet, but got some hearts happening. So you guys tell me that you're here, and I'll go back to getting stuff ready to clean. And because these dishes here, I have just been avoiding doing dishes. Like I've been doing bachelor dishwashing, which is if I need a dish, I wash it, just that one dish, and then put it back in with all the rest of the dirty dishes. But I finally reached my level of not being okay with these dirty dishes over here, so I'm gonna do something about it. My little strainer here. Need to empty that trash can. I need to take out the trash. Put that strainer over here to the side. All right. Anybody here yet? Let's see. Oh, Hazel. Hey, Hazel. This will be a treat for you watching a man wash dishes, clean house. And probably at some point I'm gonna have my little broom over here. I don't know what happened to this broom, but it's. Where'd you go? Stop following me. What are you doing? Where's? I don't know what's going on with this thing. But yeah, I don't know how this little broom got this short, and now I gotta bend over a lot to sweep. I need to get me a new broom. I need to get me a full-sized stand up and sweep broom. I don't like this whole bending over to sweep. I don't know how Filipinas do it with the whole bending over to sweep thing. My back's not that good. But anyway, I'm gonna let's put some soap in this thing. I gotta clean the sink before I can wash dishes. Clean the sink out. So what are you doing tonight, Hazel? What's going on with you? I don't really expect to get a whole lot of viewers just cleaning, but I figured I'd go ahead and turn the live stream on while I was cleaning. Not doing anything else. And hopefully just got a robo vacuum for that. Well, I am jealous. I do not have a Roomba. I've had a Roomba before, and they're awesome, but Yeah, right now, no Roomba. And it does get, I need to wipe this up right here. And it does get like pretty dusty around here because, I always keep my window open. So there's always stuff coming in that needs to be swept up. And, all right. What are they doing next? Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to get my kettle going. That's the thing about the Philippines. They'll never give you enough plugs, or the plugs aren't like where you need them. Like I'm always having to unplug something to plug something else in. It's got too much stuff that needs to be plugged in. But yeah, I could use like way more plugs than I currently have here. Okay. Kyle says hi. Kyle Pogi Vlogs. Is that Kyle Pogi Vlogs? Are you Pogi, Kyle? You guys that don't know, Pogi means handsome. There's Guapo and Pogi. I'm both. Pogi a coat. All right. You guys are probably wondering what I'm doing with this whole kettle thing. What is it? Planet Tour says hi. Hey, dude. He says, hey, dude. Y'all probably wondering what I'm doing with this whole kettle situation. I don't know how Filipinas do it, but I just cannot wash dishes with cold water. So I always like heat up some water to put in the sink when I do dishes. Like I'll put some cold water in here, lots of soap, and then I'll dump the hot water in here. Neil said my cat died. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Neil. It's terrible. We're traditional, so that's why. Yeah. About the whole cold water thing. Neil said, "Thank you for supporting." Yeah, of course. Where do you currently live, Ray? And that's Prince Cesar Tunaras. Currently, I am in Tagaytay in the Philippines, the province of Cavite. It's south of Manila, and yeah, that's where I'm at. Hazel, I just got back home. Good to see you live again. What'd you do all day before going live? Do you want me to subscribe? Sure, Neil. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, I'll definitely subscribe back if you've got a channel, or even if you don't, I'll subscribe. And if you decide to have a channel one day, you'll have a subscriber. Hazel, what did I do today? What did I do today? I slept. I went out last night. Okay, I did it. Good job. Good deal, Neil. I appreciate you. But yeah, I went out last night and went to go play poker. And that was a bad idea because I got the idea like late. And by the time, like the nearest place for me to go is, it's like an hour from here. And I actually had to wait about an hour for my ride and then an hour there. By the time I got there, it was like already after 11 o'clock. And then, I played for about an hour and then I was like, I'm done. And, got my driver back and drove an hour back here. So it was, you know, probably almost 2 o'clock by the time I went to sleep. And like it just wasn't worth the effort to go. But yeah, I slept in today, and then got up and checked emails. I'm waiting for I gotta make a trip to the laundry. I gotta take that to the laundry. Move that out of the way. I need to get all these hangers. Let me move all these hangers into the closet. But yeah, I decided I was gonna be on a kind of a cleaning binge today, like just recently. And I said, you know what? While I'm cleaning, I'll just let the live stream run. I need to put all these clips up. I just let the live stream run and talk to you guys in between my cleaning. What do we got? Wait. Hold on. What's going on here? Let me catch up with y'all. Let's see. Let's go. Well, Tagaytay, it's cold there, much colder in Baguio. Yeah, I've heard Baguio was colder, but it also seems like Baguio is more of a tourist area. Gina says, hello, Sir Ray. Hey, Gina. Yeah, I was watching some of your videos today, like one where you're going down a kitty slide into a pool. So, we all you guys always remember to support the people that support you. Glad you're here, Gina. Neil said, my name is Neil Barbas. All right, I see that. Lily says, Ray, we wash our dishes with tap water. If it's greasy, we boiled water and pour to the dishes. Some Filipino, they had hot water in their sink, but majority we don't even have those. Yeah, no, and there's no hot water here. So I heat up water in my kettle and then put it in the sink. Gina said, hello, everybody. Welcome and enjoy with the host. Thank you, Gina. Gina said, hi, Ate, Lily, plan editor says hi. Lily, hello, Langa, Gina. Plan editor said, also sub, appreciate that. Okay, so that's why I subbed. Cool. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Martin. Hey, Martin. Martin says, hey. That's Vanilla Gorilla for those not in the know. I'll tell you, Lily, I'm marketing now, and I'm good. ¿Cómo está acá? Ate. Prince Cesar Tonadas. I just like saying that. The cold water thing, it's primarily because we don't usually have heating on our faucet, just good old room temp water. Yeah, no, I get that. Not like, I mean, they're like, honestly, like the soap is what cleans the dishes. I know that, but it's just a mental thing with me. Like if it's the way I was brought up, if the water is not scalding my hands while I'm doing dishes, I don't feel like I'm getting the dishes clean. Like, it's just a mental thing, I think, with me. SK, you are so professional at doing housework. Not even a little bit, SK. Not even a little bit. I'm terrible. Ray, you're living in a studio room. Yeah, I have a studio condo. Gina, thanks, Sir Ray. Lee's maybe in the condo because he's like Filipino American. No, I'm just in the condo because, it's enough for me. Um, I said before, and I think it was in like a budget video I made. I said, there's really no need for me to have like, a ginormous, fancy condo or apartment. Like you guys can see, like this is the whole condo. Give you the tour. You got the TV over here, you got the coffee maker over here, you got a big soft bed, and over. Let's see. I don't know if I can. Over this way, we got the couch for if I want to lounge and talk to you guys. Bathroom, closet, air conditioning. It's all I need. And I like to be out and about the majority of the time. So the only time I'm here is like if I want to watch something on TV or like cook something or I don't know, do a live stream. Let's see. Let's see. Because he's Hazel. Just curious, is the street you live on Maharlika Street? I don't know if it's called Maharlika Street. Like I am in. That's the name of the barangay. Is it Maharlika West or Maharlika East? It's one of the two. Is the barangay where I live. Is it? Yes. Plan editor. SK, I'm watching your channel, drinking beer, my room full of empty bottles and some leftover. Too messy. Yeah, I'm trying to, kind of fix that. I always clean and then I feel better for a little while and then I just start getting messy again. But, you got to have those moments of clarity where it's like, yeah, I need to clean all this up. And luckily, it's small condo, so it's not a lot of work to actually do it. Gina said, number 7 likes array. I forgot. Oh, well, I appreciate you, Gina. Better late than never. I'm glad you're here. Lily said, SK, hi, you need a cleaner. Don't let SK fool you. He's got women fighting to come over and clean his house. Hazel says, Win Residence Tower 4. No, I'm in Tower 2. That's where I'm at. Lily, how did you get moderator? She's just been around on the channel. There's no rhyme or reason. They're just people that I've seen for a while. If they are always here. Like Hazel was the first one here. But when people are coming around and supporting me, and I'm thinking about it, I just add him as moderator. It's not, but did it stop following me? Why'd you stop following me? Why are you going to be difficult today? It's it's not a big deal. Like I honestly don't need a whole lot of moderation on my channel. It's I'm a grown man. People can say whatever they want in my chat, and it doesn't bother me. Like I said, the only rules I have for my live stream is don't use any vulgar, like overly vulgar language, and don't attack the other viewers in the room. You can attack me. You can say you're fat and ugly and bald and whatever you want. And it's not going to bother me, but just don't attack anybody in the other people in the room. Be respectful of them. Oh, Michael's here. Something simple. I hit, excuse me, his channel is at something simple too. You can check out his channel. Michael stopped by for a little bit. Gina says, be right back. Gotta work. All right. I'll see you in a little bit, Gina. Neil says hi. Hi, Neil. Grew, Jacksonville, Florida here. Yeah, I've been to Jacksonville. There's a Navy base in Jacksonville. Take it easy on you. Grew said hi. Planet said hi. Hazel. Haha, you're bald and it's hot. Well, there you go. There's some hotness for you. It's actually growing out. I'm gonna need to shave my head again here soon. It's all part of the. Oh, no, this water drained out. I need something better to stop this water from going out, or I need to wash dishes quicker and stop chit chatting. We got some hot water in this sink. Do a couple dishes while I'm waiting for more comments, and then ow, that's hot. Catch up with those comments. Yeah, man, I can tell the dish is gonna be clean now because the water's scalding hot. Need more soap. Wait, more soap. That's another thing I don't understand in the Philippines. Like like in the States, it seems like the dish detergent is more concentrated. Where here it seems like it's kind of watered down. And then my girlfriend, she would add like even more water to the detergent. It didn't never made sense to me. I was saying, well, when it starts to get low, I'm gonna make it stretch. Just buy new detergent. Like I would rather make sure the dishes are clean than have extra spread or save pennies on getting more use out of the dish detergent. Like me, I don't see bubbles. That's not cleaning nothing. Get my steel wool on the silverware. Let me see if I'll do a couple more dishes and I'll come catch up on comments again. Oh man, y'all can make fun of my my lack of dishwashing expertise. Wait a minute, that's not clean. All right, let me go get caught up now. Let's see what we got. Wait. Wait a minute. All right, so I'm bald and it's hot. Planet editor, are you Filipina? Rob Morris said, I learned to have thick skin on submarines. Oh, okay, Rob, you were a bubblehead. I was on a sub tender when I was in the Navy. We would, dock submarines and power wash the barnacles off the side. Lily said, Ray, some people are too demanding when it comes attention. Yeah, sometimes. Gru said, I live by the NAS naval base. Yeah, I knew there was the naval base, the the air station there in Jacksonville. In fact, my brother was, he's retired from the Navy, and he was stationed in Jacksonville. His designation was a parachute rigger. So he was there at the air station. He did like, you know, parachute rigging and water survival training. Michael said, "All right, my friend, get your house chores done." Yeah, I'm just gonna do house chores and uh, let myself get distracted to, you know, catch up on chat. But you guys are keeping me accountable to, make sure I finish what I start. Y'all have to stay here and stay on my ass to, keep doing housework. In the stage, you could just use a dishwasher. Well, yeah, I could, but I haven't really seen too many. I know they have dishwashers in the Philippines, but like I think if you had a house and you bought a dishwasher, like you're if you were living with a Filipina, she'd probably get mad at you. It's like, what? I'm not good enough. I don't clean the dishes good enough. You got to go get a machine to do it. What's wrong with the way I wash? I know how Filipinos can get. Mano mano or hand wash dishes. James Robinson, hello Ray, I'm new here to your channel. Watch San Francisco. What's the name of your channel or your camera you're using that follows your motion? Hope you capture my comment here. James Robinson. Yeah, James. I'm using my iPhone 16, and the let me hold on. Let me see if I can do this. All right. And so this is it's called the InstaFlow or the Insta360 Flow 2 is the name of my gimbal. And then I am gonna give me a second, put it back on here and get it turned. Oh, get you turned back on, turn back around. Let's see if we can get this process back. But hope that answered your question with some visual aids. I'm all about the service here, James. Okie dokie, Ray. Have a good evening. Have a good evening, Michael. Prince Cesar Tonetis. Ray, you should be burying while you're here. Burying while you're here. Burring. I have no idea what you're saying there. James Robin, let the girlfriend do your dishes. Well, currently she's in Manila for a while, so burrowing an edible pufferfish, good for Paxu. Okay, maybe I'll try that one day. Ray BGY, be gone while I'm cooking dinner. Wait, what's going on? All right, wait, hold on. Neil tells me again that their dog died. Like I said, I hate to hear that. Like, hopefully you've got someone there, to comfort you. I know, like, you can get really close to a pet. My Jawa is the camera woman. Neil said hi. James, that was fast. I thought you were going to be forever. No, I'm like, I try and catch up to my comments and then go about doing what I'm doing. Yeah, we know your dog died, Neil. Can we see the cameraman woman? Just curious, haha. Yeah, no camera woman or man. Rob Marr, military PRA SRV rates go up on the 1st of September. 1,500, 1,500, 100. Current visa holders are grandfathered with the old annual fee of $10 per year. Oh, okay. And I'll have to, I'll probably, I need to do that before, because I plan on getting the extended courtesy SRV, which is the one for military units. Scott says hi Ray, hi Scott. But yeah, I'm planning on getting like the I think it's called extended courtesy SRV, for military members. Uh, it's been in my plans. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I was kind of gonna do, like uh, visitor's visa, for a full year before, I got a permanent visa. But that's the plan anyway. And what was I doing here? Let me. Yeah, all these receipts are trash. Wait, why is this knife like this? What happened to this knife? It's missing a screw. Where'd the screw go for this knife? I didn't do that. Huh. This. Well, that sucks. I don't know what happened to the screw that was in this knife. I'm going to end up cutting myself trying to. But yeah, look at this. This, this part's broken. My knife, like the screw that holds the back part together, is missing for some reason, and I don't see it anywhere. And I don't remember taking the screw out of this knife. That is a mystery. But it's just nothing fancy, just a little knife. Let me fold it back up. I guess that screw is missing now, and this is junk because I can't have a knife that I can't use. Put this change over here. Why is this? That looks like one of those useless coins. They're like the centavos. Like, I don't even know why they make the centavos in the Philippines, because the only place you get them is at the grocery store, and then you can't spend them anywhere. They're like pretty much useless. Give me just a second. I catch back on comments. I'm just gonna clean this pan real quick. I got to get stuff done while I've got momentum. I don't know if the guys in here knows what I mean. Once you stop doing something for a minute, then like it takes forever to get started again. Doing what you were doing and where you're at. This is my main pan I use for just about everything. Earlier today, this had corned beef and eggs in it. All right, let's see where we're at with comments. Come over here, buddy. My little robot friend's acting goofy. Even at $100 a year, it's a good deal. Yeah, Scott, I agree. The age requirement being reduced from 50 to 40 as it was before. A higher deposit required for 40 to 49 age group. Yeah, that's what I heard. I want to say it was something like 4,000 to 8,000 or something like that for under 50, depending on, like if you had like a guaranteed pension or income that it was like 4,000 if I'm not mistaken, and then like 8,000 if you couldn't show, if you didn't have like a pension yet or something like that. So can I ask advice if all right with you? Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, sir. Bert said hi. Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert. Sound like Ernie from Sesame Street. Hey, Bert. Okay. All right, let's take a poll. What should I do with this random packet of ketchup? I have a good feeling I know what the answers are going to be. The Filipinas are going to tell me to put it in a bag, like a Ziploc, and somewhere. And the single men are going to tell me what I'm going to do with it myself is throw it in the trash. If I ever get to the point where I really, really need one packet of ketchup, and then like I'm in bad shape. if 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 life becomes so hard that I've got to save individual packets of ketchup, then I am not doing life right. So just throw it away and move on. Yeah, see, Martin says, chug it. Princess says, no, yeah, chug it. Yeah. Zay Martin gets me. Yeah, there's no reason for me to keep a random packet of ketchup. Like the next time I go to McDonald's, they will give me more. And if I don't use those packets of ketchup, I will also throw them away. Because it becomes a question of when are you actually going to use that packet of ketchup? Like if you're not using it with, the meal that you get that from a place that already gives you more packets of ketchup, then when are you going to use it? Like if I was to like make some French fries at home, like I would have a bottle of ketchup in the refrigerator. So I'm not going to go through the effort of opening individual packs of ketchup for something I make at home. I don't know. I just don't know when, like, and I've seen like these people, my sister's like that, saving like every kind of ketchup and sauce packet that comes from like a fast food place. And, there's this ginormous bag full of all these different sauces and ketchups and everything. And it just gets fuller and fuller. Now there's like another bag that's starting to accumulate. It's like they'll never get used. It's just, I don't know. To me, it's just wasted effort. Saving on to me as a single guy, I feel some liberation. Oh, what happened? Stop following me. What are you doing? Why are you being weird? I'm over here. That's right. SK's on my side. Be liberated. Just throw it away. Bert, get a Ziploc bag and save all your packets from different fast food places. The Philippines always have a special stash. People save money that way. And say I disagree. I disagree because I don't know about you. Like you may actually get use out of your Ziploc bag full of condiments. But for me, like I am never using those. I just won't. So it'll just be like saving something to take space and making an effort to save something that I don't want, that I'm not going to want at any point further in my life. So it's just senseless to me. Bert said we use it in my household all the time. Yeah, like I said, it makes sense of some people that use it, but me, I'm not going to. Whenever I come back from home, my beer and vodka, they always welcome me a lot. Ha. I hear you, SK. What? No, wait, snort it. It's already in the trash, Martin. This is this is not that kind of. Why you still smoke cigarettes? Aren't you over 50 years old? Uh, yeah, and I've been trying to quit. Uh, if you've been following this channel before, like I'll quit for like a week or so, and then I'll buy a pack of cigarette, and then I'll quit again, and eventually it's going to take, for you know forever ever. I'm still going to vape because I need nicotine. Like I have no problem being addicted to nicotine. But put that up here with my little clip. I got these little clips, you know, for like potato chip bags, stuff like that. But I like to have things organized. I need to do something with these flour tortillas. They don't need to be just sitting out on the table. In fact, I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator. But I need to eat up those flour tortillas because they've been open. Oh look, see, hot sauce from S&R. What am I gonna do with this hot sauce? I am not snorting it, Martin. But you know what? I am going to save the hot sauce because my Tabasco is getting. I'm going to put it over here by my Tabasco. And the next time I need hot sauce, I am going to actually use that. I need to put this up here. I need to find someplace to put this rice. I'll put this rice up here. I don't like stuff on the counter. There we go. And got this extra lighter. No. All right. Well, I guess I'll go too fast. Let's see. Okay. The robot's hand might be scared. It's thinking that you'll throw it like the ketchup. Haha. Yeah, I always joke about my little robot cameraman buddy. Like Iron Man, the arm that is always messing up. That's how my little robot buddy. I talk to him too. Jadoon Vlog says hi. Where are you from? I'm from Louisiana. I live in Tagaytay in the Philippines. Bert, donate to poor panhandler in the streets in Manila somewhere. I will when the time is right. Like if it would be nice if I was super super rich and could just constantly give money to people in need, but you can't help everybody, and there's times like when you're feeling I don't know, extra blessed, and you run into somebody that's in need, and you are convicted by the Holy Spirit to help that person, then yeah, I do. But I can't donate to everybody. It's not realistic. Where are you from? Please reply. Please, where are you from? Please reply me. And I said hi. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get to you quick enough, Jadoon. So are you retired military and have a Filipino partner? No, I'm neither of those. I have a Filipina girlfriend that she's living in Manila right now. I'm living in Tagaytay. I didn't retire from the military. I served in the Navy and and did my time, got out, and worked. Every time tried nicotine gum, I've used it the last 7 times I quit. Well, why did it take 7 times to quit? I don't know. I don't like the nicotine gum. Like I'll use like vape, and then like I'll chew regular gum, you like to get the nicotine, but like just the nicotine gum itself. What is this? More ketchup. Over there. Um, but but yeah, I don't like the nicotine gum. I've tried like the nicotine patches before. The only thing that's ever worked for me, like the two times that I've quit the longest, um, was I was taking Wellbutrin, which is like the generic version of is called like Zyban, and you like take the pill while you're smoking, and then you quit and keep taking the pill, uh, and that actually worked. And then I started again, and then the time when I was just vaping, when vaping was like a new thing, um, like it worked for me. Yeah, it's been hard to find like vape that worked that way. Like the first time I used it to quit, it's just not the same. Retired military man, Bert. Are you in Dramageddon, Doomageddon? No, I am in Tagaytay. Uh, uh, where I smoke and chew nicotine gum. Okay. Jadoon, I told you where I'm from, so I'm going to skip over that. Marcia, greetings and joyful Wednesday to everyone. Well, greetings and joyful Wednesday to you, Marcia. Marcia. Bert, Army Marines, and he is happy in his life now, I bet. It was Navy. I was in the Navy. Bert, are you following along? Oh, okay, Prince. Christian Mendoza, hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you, Christian. I hope it's going to be more than a stay. I plan on pretty much living the rest of my life in the Philippines. Um, Ray, are you planning on becoming a Philippine citizen? Not a citizen, a permanent resident. I plan on becoming a permanent resident of the Philippines, but you know, not a citizen. I don't need to vote or do anything like that. Um, Christian Mendoza, true, we can't help everybody. Yeah, absolutely. Bert, I used to live and grow up in NIC, Cavite, one away from Tagaytay. Okay, yeah, I've seen that on the map. Instead of throwing away your not needing ketchup packets, save them and donate. Yeah, that's a lot of trouble. Um, it's like, um, I don't want to like seem wasteful, but the amount of effort it would take to save condiment packets and then find somewhere to give the condiment packets is um, is way more effort than I think the the payoff would be, the benefit, like the amount that it would actually help uh, would not be worth the effort it takes to donate in that way, in my opinion. Um, SK, I was in the Marines, real shit, but I love it. I hear you, SK. Hoorah! James Robinson, hey Ray, I'm back. Thanks for the info about the gimbal. I thought the movement was built into the phone camera. Maybe someday that will happen. The iPhone has native like face tracking, but from my research, this gimbal, uh, and I know it hasn't really been showing it today, but it's supposed to have like a lot better movement recognition, and maybe it's not turned on. I don't know, but then the native iPhone recognition. So I use the movement and face recognition through the gimbal. Denarcy, I already talked about nicotine patches. Are the Saints your favorite team? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm diehard. Diehard who dat. How does your camera follow you? What type of camera is that? It's the gimbal that I'm using. It's the Insta 360 Flow 2 is the name of the gimbal. It has robotic hand attached to the camera. Team Matt retracted his message. I didn't see it. The hand follows him. How much rent is there? How much is rent there? For my condo, it's a studio condo. It's 15,000 pesos. So, like current exchange, it's under $300 a month. Prince says, "All right, Ray, what parts of Philippines have you visited so far?" Uh, uh, Manila, like Makati, Manila, like all the Manila metro area. Then down here in Tagaytay, Cavite, the Cavite area. Been to Batangas, and then over into Oriental Mindoro to Calapan and Bongabong, the Anilao region in Oriental Mindoro, the southern part. And that's pretty much it so far. I plan on going a lot more places. JM Bango, Gimbal, Insta Flow 2. Yeah, Insta 360 Flow 2 is exactly right. Bert, why Tagaytay? Why not Angelo City, Pampanga up north, close to Clark International Airport? Because it's hot up there. It's not as hot in Tagaytay, and I don't like heat. Team Matt, that's great. What made you move out there? Um, Lots of reasons. Like, if you guys subscribe and get a chance to watch any of, like, I normally make longer form videos, and I made a video. Hold on just a second. I made a video, and the title is something like "This video saved me" or something to that extent, and just a synopsis of the video. I was in like a dark place. I had, recently lost my mother and my only surviving son, and I was like very, very depressed. And just scrolling through YouTube and came across YouTube creators from the Philippines and just started watching content, and it gave me hope, and so yeah, now I'm here. But watch that video and any other videos you want to watch that I have. Banner TV says hi. Bert, you from Louisiana and you hate the sun, the heat? Yeah, no. It all stems from when I was in the Navy, and even worse than that, I was an AC guy. So like I would climb up into attics in Louisiana where it's 150 degrees in the attic. So um, yeah, I think at some point in your life you've had enough heat. But on a more broader scale, when I was in the Navy, I had heat stroke and passed out, and it's like ever since then, it seems like my internal thermostat it gets stuck. Like if I get hot, it takes me like a lot longer to cool back down. So I try not to get hot when I can help it. Like, I'll visit places that are hot and like I'll survive, but like living somewhere that's where I'm hot, like full time, yeah, I couldn't see myself ever doing that. Mayong Gabi, Mayong Gabi Diha sa Cebu. Okay, yeah, you speak Bisay. Yeah, I knew that was Bisayan because if it was Tagalog, it would be Magandang Gabi. So I'm learning like a little bit of Tagalog as I go. So, Team Matt, have you ever smoked weed, Ray? Yeah, I've tried it. It's not for me, and I have nothing against it or people that use marijuana, but it's just not for me. I mean, you know there's a lot of things that aren't for me, but I'm not going to say everybody else should. Like, I haven't tried balut yet. I'm going to, because I'm never going to be the type that says, I don't like something and never try it. But I'm sure that when I try it, I'm not going to like it, and then it won't be for me. But I'm not going to say nobody in the world should eat balut just because I don't like it. And that's the same way I feel about, marijuana. It's not for me. But Lily's doing red, pink, waving hand things. John C. said, "Hi, Ray. Hope all is well." Yeah, it's good to see you, John. Uh, Bert said, "Understand, just being nosy." No worries. I'm here to answer questions. Princess said, "I always wondered how weed tastes." I don't know. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I was never like a big connoisseur. I just, it's more natural, in the U.S. that at some point somebody is going to hand you a joint. If you're around any types of crowds, it's, bound to happen. And, but anyway, like I said, it's never been for me. And I know y'all are going to laugh, but I don't know if it's just me, but anytime that I've tried like weed, it makes me feel like I have to go poop. I don't know why. I get like flushed, like all red in the face, and I feel like I have to go poop. So yeah, not a big not a big attraction for me with weed. I don't it's not a good experience for me personally. Okay. Let me wipe this table. I don't know what's going on here. There's like something stuck on this table. Let's scrubby scrub. There we go. And give me a second. I'll get caught back up on comments. Finish cleaning this table off. And let's see. Wait, let me go back here. So when are you going? Wait. Oh, why is this? Hold on. What's going on? I don't know what's going on with my gimbal. It's acting funny. Let's see. Bert, I just had balut last weekend and it's yummy on 89 Egg in Virginia Beach, Virginia Oriental Market. Okay. So when are you going to Manila to visit your girlfriend? I don't know. Maybe in a couple weeks. Princess R, that's hella expensive, Bert. Should only cost about 50 cents. Well, yeah, in the Philippines, maybe. She's working up there. Where is that at? Prince J need the store location. Yeah, no, I think he's giving you the price in the Philippines. Everything is, I mean, come on, like, especially here recently, like the price of eggs in the U.S. ridiculous. So I don't think you could buy a regular egg unboiled for 50 cents, because You know, like a dozen eggs were going for like $6 or some crazy amount here not too long ago. At least that much. I don't know how. I know it got ridiculous for a while. That egg prices were outrageous in the U.S. But I never really noticed any hike here. I guess we didn't have the same kind of bird flu or whatever it was that was driving up egg prices in the U.S. that just didn't happen here. Yeah, there's a little broom here. Just clean a little bit, then check comments, and clean a little bit more. Let's see. It's $1 billion energy eggs, gas on you. 6 USD. That's insane. How do Americans survive with those prices? I don't know. But they were like egg prices in the U.S. A few months ago was just outrageous. They were making memes about it. Where there would be like a guy that driving a fancy car trying to pick up a girl, and then another guy with gold chains and all that, and he was trying to pick up the girl and she just ignore him. And then there was a guy walking by with a dozen eggs and she was all about it. So soon it's going to be beef, pork, chicken. Are you in the PR? Friends don't live. Are you in the PR US? I'm from Philippines, Bert. Sorry for the confusion. Huh? Yeah, no, yeah, it's completely different prices with Philippines and US for sure. So, where does this lid go to? This lid goes to something. I'll put it over here and I will find the container that goes to sooner or later. So I've got the lid for that container. Oh, what happened? What happened? I don't know why this thing is being weird. Let me go get my cord. Come on. Why? Maybe if I plug this gimbal in, maybe it's getting low on power. It shouldn't be low on power though. I haven't used it since I charged it the other day. But it sure is acting weird. Yeah, no, it's still fully charged. Give me a second. I'm gonna try. Why is this not? All right. I don't know what's going on with this thing right. It's still. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yes, gas is $2.99 for a gallon. I always want to travel to the U.S. I'm so excited now hearing those prices. 1 gallon equals 3.785 liters. That's some good math there, Bert. Bert, okay. Are you following? You following me? You got me? All right, guys, I gotta go pee. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I know y'all guys are talking about me behind my back. But I don't care. I'm not gonna. I gotta pee. I'm not gonna hold it. I'm old. Old people don't hold it when they gotta pee. They go pee. So you guys can just talk amongst yourselves. I will be out directly. I gotta. Where's my hand soap? Where did it? Oh, it's right here. Gotta wash my hands because I know that you guys know that I'm going pee. If you don't hear the water running and hear some hand washing, I know I would hear about it. Oh, you so nasty. Go pee. Didn't wash your hand. Yeah, you ain't gonna get me. I am hygienic. Uh, let's see. Where you live, Bert? The sound, man. I can't. As a studio is like a medium-sized Holiday Inn hotel in the States. Yeah, no, it's not a big place, but you know, it's cheap. Close the damn door next time, Ray. Geez, like you can't see in there. I'm in the U.S. East Coast. Yeah, it's not like you can. It's not like you wait. This thing, not not following me. I gotta walk around this way. But it's not like you can, hear anything. Or I mean, you can hear, but well, you can't see anything with the door shut. I need to clean that door. Where's my rag? But yeah, it's not a it's not like a huge. I'll just clean it with Lysol. I don't feel like. But yeah, it's not a huge place, but I'm not a huge guy either. I don't need that much space. You just move around a little bit. Like if I really wanted to, get some exercise, I'll go outside, go for a walk. I don't need a I don't need a house that I do laps in or something. It's just big enough to move around and be comfortable. Let's see. Let's see. I'm in the USA. It's $150 a day here in the US to live in a hotel. Well, yeah. So my rent for this place is like renting a hotel for 2 days in the US. So rent a one bedroom apartment here is 1,100 to 1,600 a month. Yeah, like I said, my rent's like less than $300. 150 USD will get you a house studio for a month here in Philippines. Yeah, I know my brother told me. Prince, I don't know about. I mean, there's probably some places you can find, uh, something for $150 a month. Um, but it wouldn't be close enough to like a Western standard. Like I mean, I hardly use my air conditioning, but I have air conditioning. Um, so I don't know. It, I like it here. I could live someplace probably comparable to here, like the size and maybe have an air con or something cheaper. but it's, I mean, this is cheap enough. But the thing is, like here, I've got, you know, security at every entrance, and you know, I don't have to worry about just random people, you know, showing up at my condo. Like, if you're not supposed to be here, then you're not here. So, um, so I like it for the security. Yeah, that's true. What's true? What's true, Prince, about the, you know, not having the necessarily like the Western style for that price? As the 1 year contract, yes. Here in Philippines, we have three three levels of rent. Yeah, it's a 1 year contract. The Western Standard, and my 1 year will be up. I actually talked to a drink out of the bottle. All this housework got me thirsty. But yeah, I just talked to my landlady recently. You know, she was asking me if I was going to renew for another year, and I said yeah, because I like it here. You know, it's, you know, a good location for me, and you know, it's definitely affordable, and uh, I want to be able to, you know, travel more. So I want to pay less in rent because like there's going to be months where like I'm going to be gone for the majority of the month, not even be here, but I'm still going to pay the rent because all my stuff is here. And so I'll, you know, there's no reason for me to spend like a bunch more money on rent if there's going to be months where like I'm not even here. Let's see. No, SK said a year contract for 15,000 pesos per month. Yep, that's exactly right, SK. Have you tried San Miguel, Red Horse, or Tandui? Tried all of them. I'm not really a big beer guy. Um, like I like I you know, whenever I drink, I like, you know, top shelf liquor is, you know, what I'll drink. Rob Mars said I was paying 1,050 to rent a 1 bedroom bath in BGC. Wow. And I'm assuming you're talking about 1,050 US. So that would be like 50, uh, around 55,000 peso, something like that. 1 bed bath. Yeah, BGC I know can be expensive, and it, like you were, you know, I'm sure that was in, you know, like a, you know, like a more luxury condo. I mean, you know, BGC is, you know, prime location to begin with. So, you know, yeah, you're definitely going to pay extra for that. You know, I'm actually surprised, you know, how cheap my rent is here. I mean, I know it's a studio and it's not, you know, it's not BGC, but um, you know, there's a like every weekend, like this condo building is pretty empty. Uh, like during the week, like it's, you know, during the weekend, you know, all of the condos are being rented out, you know, Airbnb or whatever for people that just, you know, coming in for the weekend or for holidays and stuff like that. So a lot of the a lot of the available condos here, you know, are, I guess, tied up in, bookings for weekends, and I think they make more, you know, booking for weekends than they would do, booking for the month. So I feel fortunate to have this place, um, at 15,000 pesos because, I'm thinking, they could probably, get like 4,000 at least, 4,000 peso for the weekend. So, you know, that would be 1,000 more peso that I'm paying a month, like at a minimum. So, uh, it looks like I'm caught up on comments. Wait, what's going on? Let me check some of these people out. Rob, am I? See if I'm subscribed. Nope. All right. Rob Mar, I'm subscribed. Let's see. Bert, do you have a channel? Bert, let's see. Bert, you've got 19 subscribers. Now you got 20 subscribers. It doesn't look like you got any videos, Bert, but you got another subscriber if you ever decide to make videos. Wait, what am I doing? Wait. SK, I think I'm already subscribed to you. I don't know. Oh, no. You have one. Now you have 2 subscribers, SK. If you ever decide to make a video, you'll have a subscriber. All right, let's see. Bert, so you must have lots of savings and 401k accumulated for you to rent and retire there. Rob Morris said that was low end. Bert, you have disability checks and pension for federal job. Yes, I get disability from the VA. It was a shitty Avita condo. I didn't know. I didn't know there was shitty condos in BGC. Great location though. Oh, okay. Well, so it's probably it was probably like an older condo, uh, and it had it was in a good location. So, but still, I wouldn't pay that much, and apparently you wouldn't either because you're no longer there. But yeah, I I don't like right now. I don't ever see myself, you know, spending like even if I made way more money than I do now. Like let's say I made or I had like double the income that I currently have. I wouldn't move. I would still spend the same amount and use, either save extra money or, go on more trips. But, I wouldn't, I'm never, like, no matter how much money I have, I'm never going to spend it on like luxurious accommodations. It's just not my personality. Like, I, you know, like the majority of the time that I'm in my room, my eyes are closed. I'm asleep. So if your eyes are closed, then it really doesn't matter where you're sleeping as long as you're comfortable and sleep through the night. If your eyes are closed, it doesn't matter what your apartment looks like. Right, I paid $620 per month for a nice condo in Bangkok for a year. Yeah, and I'm sure for that price, I'm sure it was really nice. And I'm gonna I'm gonna stand by the window and have a cigarette. What I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring my phone over here with me. Oh, what happened? Bangkok was much nicer. Yeah, I've heard that. It's there's pros and cons to like anywhere that you go. So, and that has to do with anything in life. Like, people have, different personalities, different preferences, what's important to them, what isn't important to them. Oh, I saw some lightning. Um, so it's, you know, like I'm going to travel to other Southeast Asia countries, but just from my initial research, like I think the Philippines just suits me better. It's probably a little more expensive than some other countries, but for right now, that's how I feel. Don't know if that'll ever change, but um, I plan on basically living my whole life like I can pack up 2 suitcases for what's most important to me and take off. If I get tired of someplace, I can be gone, and that's the way I want to do it. Rob Mars said, I'm back in Thailand now, getting my medical care with my wife headed to Vietnam in a few days. Okay. Well, I'm definitely at some point going to be making trips like that. I've always said that first, there's quite a few places in the Philippines that I want to check out first, before I venture out into, other countries. But it's definitely in my plans to check out other countries. Mm-mm-mm. I started this journey. I've got half, probably about half my dishes done. But that's progress. I've been doing a little here and there. You know, I made a. Are you a retired cop? No, I'm a retired boatswain mate, or well, actually retired air conditioning. You look like a former CIA dude. No, no, no CIA. Just doing my main trade for the majority of my years after the service was heating and air conditioning. So and then like a lot of years with commercial air conditioning. Like if the air conditioning like a restaurant went out, I'd have to climb up on the roof, the big air conditioning systems up there, and get them going, or walk-in freezers, walk-in coolers. Um, but that got too hard for me to do. That's very physically demanding. And before that, I was on the residential side, and that was terrible because in Louisiana and South Texas, where I was doing you know uh, residential, most of the air conditioning units are in the attic. So if it's 100 degrees outside, it's like 150 degrees in the attic, and it's just brutal. So uh, Martin said, "Got to pace yourself." Yep, yep. I mean, you know, I am never going to be applying for a housekeeping job, so like speed is never going to be my main focus. I'll, I'll clean it to my standard at my pace, and that's good enough. And what was that? I got some kind of message. I don't know. I've got my phone on do not disturb, so while I'm doing the live stream. So if you guys are messaging me, I'm not gonna get it. Smoke marijuana. No, uh, Peter Parker, Spider Man, not gonna do that. it's highly, highly, highly illegal in the Philippines. So even if it was a thing that I enjoyed, I still wouldn't do it because I am a law-abiding person, no matter what country I'm in. I respect the law, and there's times when even if I don't agree with the law, I'm still going to follow it because that's the right thing to do. Uh, Peterborough, I know I'm from Philippines too, at Luzon. Uh, yeah, I still smoke it. Well, I mean, you do you, Peter. I've always said, I fully respect uh, everyone's right to do whatever makes them happy, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. Be happy, like whatever makes you happy. But like I said, me personally, it's not for me. And you be careful. Don't be going around on public sites like YouTube talking about being in the Philippines smoking marijuana. It's not a good thing to do, Peter. Like, I'm just looking out for you. Like, keep it on the DL. Don't be putting your business out there when it's something that it's illegal. One thing about Vietnam is their e-visa requirement for U.S. citizens. Get it early so you don't get trip anxiety. Okay, I will remember that. Like I know whenever I get to the point where I'm planning a trip to like Vietnam. Well, lightning. Planning a trip to Vietnam, I will definitely like research the hell out of it because that's just how I am. Like I if I become interested in something, like I become an expert in whatever that is. So if I plan on traveling to Vietnam, I will become an expert on traveling to Vietnam before I ever leave. And that's just how I'm built. And I'll probably make a video about it. So if I ever go to Vietnam, keep on the lookout for tips and tricks and everything you need to know about traveling to Vietnam because I will make a video. The wife gets a 21-day visa-free entry. Yeah, I was actually reading the other day about the countries that Filipinas could go to, or Filipinos could go to visa free. Uh, reading all the locations that they could go, um, just out of curiosity. Like I get curious about things, and then I start doing research. So uh, 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 oh, okay. Peter said, I don't do sell, just smoking for my insomnia. I hear you. Like, I don't judge, Peter. And yeah, don't sell. No, that's highly illegal. Um, but is that the only thing that'll work for you, or like I've got what is it? What is it? I brought it back with me from the U.S. I've got these. Where is it at? Where are you at? Oh, uh, diphenhydramine, which I think is basically pretty much the same thing as Benadryl. Wait, wait, sleep aid. So I got these sleep aid pills. It says non-habit forming, not for treating cold and flu, which is weird because like I said, the Benadryl allergy is also diphenhydramine. So, like, to me, it seemed like it's just the same thing as Benadryl, and I know Benadryl will knock you out. Like if you got allergies and you take, I have allergies every once in a while. take Benadryl, and yeah, it'll make you drowsy. So wait, what's going on with you, dude? Why are you, dude? We, come on, follow me. Uh, it's God made. Yeah, like I said, I'm not judging. Uh, Thailand gives a 60-day V6 Zemp stamp, so it's great to visit. Okay. Uh, Robert, that's human made. I want the God made. Is herbal no to human made? You know, in whatever your preference is, like I support it. That's just not for me. Like I said, um, it doesn't have the same effect on me that apparently it has on you. And if it works for you, happy for you. But you're not going to convince me that it's for me because I I know better. So what's for dinner? Bert said hi. Hi, Bert. I had uh, I had two smoked sausages, and they're expensive over here. Like a pack of where's I got the empty pack. I ate like the last two sausages, but I had this Johnsonville smoked sausage, and I don't know how many was in here. One, two, three, four, five, six. About six in it. Like it was probably like $10. So I mean, the grand scheme of things, I guess. Oh wait, not super expensive, but like for the Philippines, it's kind of expensive. And but I had two of those with some some cheese and some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and that's what I had for dinner. Like earlier today, I had eggs and corned beef, and then had two sausages for. Bert said you got them from S&R, that Sam's Club. Actually, no, I didn't. I mean, I have an S&R membership. Uh, it's a little bit of a trip for me to go to Santa Rosa to Navale to the S&R there, but um, at the Robinsons grocery store that's walking distance from me, they have it there, and so I can get it there. Uh, MJ is legal in Thailand. There are thousands of shops selling here now. Yeah, I heard that they were going to that that Thailand was thinking about changing that. I don't, I mean, I don't know. But I seems like I heard a rumor that was gonna like be repealed or something. So I don't know. Location of your Robinson, if you don't mind sharing. It's just right. Um, like I don't know if you're familiar with Tagaytay. It's just like if you know where the Wind Residence towers are on the main road, and you just go past, uh, it's right there on your right. There's like a little small mall. It's in a mall, yeah. Um, it's not a big mall. There's not a lot of shops there. It's more like an open air mall. Um, and it's right before, like if you were going towards Sky Ranch, it's just before you get to Sky Ranch on your right, you'll see how many Robinsons are there in Tagaytay. I have no idea. I just know the supermarket here. For me, like I walk to the Robinson supermarket, or I can walk to the hypermart for groceries. And there's I think it's Walter Mart that's in the Ayala Mall. That's a little bit further. I gotta go get like on a jeepney. It's like, I don't know, 13 pesos or whatever it is, to go to that mall. But I don't know. I find pretty much everything I need right here. Thanks for the info. I didn't want to be nosy and ask where it is. This studio. Wait. This. I. I don't know. Like I'm not. I appreciate your concern. I am not overly concerned about anybody knowing my actual location. Like I don't believe that any of you guys are some kind of weird, crazy stalker people, except for maybe SK, if he's still here. But, um, but yeah, like I feel secure in this building. Like I said, nobody can just wander up and down the halls of my condo looking for me if that was their intention. Um, like you would have to seriously do some work to like find me, and like if you ever wanted to meet me, all you'd have to do is send me a message on Facebook and say, hey, you want to meet up for a coffee, and I'd say sure. So so you guys can know where I'm at. I don't care. um, what's the name of that building you live at? Yeah, I said it before. It's Wind, the Wind Residence. uh, Valmir said hello host, watch from Philippines. Hey, Valmir, Bert, I was planning to retire in the Philippines. Okay. Yeah, no, I've been talking to a few people that are planning on coming to Tagaytay and told them, yeah, we'll meet up and I'll show you around. But they're kind of like similar to me, the Wind Residence. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, it's a SMDC Wind Residence. There's also SMDC Cool Suites that's like right across from me. They're like um, smaller condos that don't have, like the tall lake. Well, I don't have the tall lake view. That's the other side of the building. I'm on the side of the building that overlooks like the green area, but it's cheap, so like I don't need the volcano view. Tagaytay is near from my place. All right, Balmariz. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. I need more. I'm still thirsty. I need more Pepsi. I'm addicted to Pepsi. Whenever I was growing up, I was always anti Pepsi. Like, it's like, why do they have Pepsi if they have Coke? But as I got older, I don't know. Like I say, Pepsi is the choice of a new generation, the old ads. But I think it's the choice of an old generation. Like when I got older, uh, I just started liking the taste of Pepsi more than Coke. I don't know why. Let's see. I'm from Batangas. Okay, I know where Batangas. I go down to Batangas whenever I want to, the port to get on a ferry to go over to Mindoro. Rob Mar, I was going to visit Tagaytay last month, but as we were staying at Asiana City last month, there is a PITX transportation hub in Barranque that have direct buses. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm probably sure that's where I got the bus to come back here when I flew back from the U.S. here recently. Bert said, I heard the future of currency is going to be good for expats. Dollar is 65 pesos. That'll be awesome. Well, y'all love that. I lived in the Philippines back in the late 70s to early 80s. I am Phil Am, by the way. Okay, Bert. Uh, I like learning about people. Like that's why I do live streams. I always say I do videos, to put, my life out there and my thoughts and everything else. And I do live streams to hear your guys' thoughts and who you are and get to meet you. Like, you know, um, I'm very interested in, anybody that's watching my channel. I like meeting new people and learning about them. I speak and understand Tagalog. It's awesome. I mean, it gives you a leg up on, most people. I know some Tagalog. Um, I'm planning on doing a video about Tagalog words and phrases that you should learn. Just like, I think it's important to know, at least some Tagalog. It just shows respect for, everybody always says, oh, everybody in the Philippines speaks English. Well, yeah, but not if they're talking to each other. They're speaking, Tagalog or Visayan or Longo or, wherever region they're from. Like, that's what they're speaking to friends. And, I want to be viewed as a friend. And, I don't want to make someone, I mean, I think though, once you get acquainted, like, people don't have problem speaking English with you to make you comfortable, because Filipinos are very accommodating like that. But I want to be respectful myself and put forth some effort to learn some Tagalog, at least some Tagalog, so that I can contribute to a conversation in Tagalog. There's an app where they teach you Tagalog. I don't know if I've found an app. I'm sure there is one, but I've been doing pretty well. Just you know, uh, just learning on my own. Like, I'm not in a hurry uh, to become conversational, in a short period of time. I just want to. I want to, take my time and learn, and not only just learn like words or phrases, but I'm big on learning like correct pronunciation, where it sounds more natural, if that makes sense. But uh, yeah, I don't know if I've got way more likes than viewers. I appreciate you guys. Um, Bert says, watch Filipino movies, read Tagalog children's books, attend cultural events, and mingle with the locals. Absolutely. Yeah, to me, that's the best way. Like, more immersive learning. Um, and like I said, I'm not in a big hurry. I plan on being here for the rest of my life. And I know I'm going to, you know, be conversational one day. Um, but it's not a big hurry do that. I just, you know, learn here and there, you know. Rob Marr said, I've been with my Filipino wife for 25 years and I still can't speak or understand Filipino. What's wrong with you, Rob? Come on. It's fun. I know that you're joking. I think that you do know uh, some Filipino. John said, can't join in, but I'm listening from work. I appreciate you, John. I didn't know you. I saw how many people were still here, and I'm only talking to a couple. So, what do you think about the Filipinos in your experience so far, Ray? I love Filipinos. I'll tell you what, like some of my favorite, this is going to sound weird, but some of my favorite Filipinos are are like Filipino teenage boys, and I don't mean that in a creepy way, but like every time I run into like a group of like Filipino guys that are between like 14 to 18, they're always, "Hey bro, what's going on, bro?" and very happy to see me, and I like, I get a kick out of it. I like, "Hey bro," like, high five and fist bumps all around, and just very like very friendly. This is, uh, it's just my experience, that of all of the Filipinos that I meet, like that is the group that's like always been the most uh, outwardly friendly. Like all Filipinos that I've met have been, for the most part, friendly. Some can be kind of standoffish, shy, whatever, but as far as um, like Filipinos that are just excited to see me and happy, it's like Filipino teenage boys. Like they just, I don't know, maybe they just don't have the shyness or whatever it is, but it's always fun. Ramar, Filipino and English are the official language in the Philippines. Most speak Tagalog and Cebuano. Well, yeah, Filipino is Tagalog. It's but uh, it's it's standardized Tagalog. Um, it's kind of like in the U.S. There's standardized English. I mean, we say stuff in English like you know uh, y'all. I mean, it's English, but it's not English. It's just, and so that's similar with any dialect. There's words that aren't you know standard, but they're commonly used. Like uh, uh, I'm trying to think of a Tagalog example. Um, uh, Nyon, Nayon, I don't know, but there's I know that there's words like there's uh, like diba is just ba. Uh, I don't know. I don't know enough Tagalog to really. Bert says Filipinos are very resilient people. Absolutely. Um, resilient, welcoming, like all the good adjectives for describing people. And um, I have nothing but respect for Filipino people. Um, you know, I think, good people are good people no matter where you go. Like, I'm not Filipino, but I'm good people. And so I don't really view it as, American or Filipino or like any kind of comparisons. It's just, are you good people or are you good people? You know, so I'm good people and I get along with good people. And it's been my experience that most of the Filipinos that I run into are good people. I'm caught up on comments, so I can. What was I gonna do? I was gonna wash a couple more dishes. Y'all bear with me. I'll catch up on comments here in a second. Let me do a couple more dishes while y'all think of something to say. Why is this greasy? Needs knife needs a steel wool on it. I almost got all my silverware done. Y'all figured out anything to say yet? I'm gonna turn back around here with that thing and sit there and watch my back while I do dishes. Yeah, I scared off my stalker. I don't guess she's coming back. I told her I had a girlfriend. Because I broke her little stalker heart. But she used to like be on every one of my live streams. All right, let's see if we got some comments over here. All right. Diba, short saying Hindi ba means, is it not? Yeah. Yeah, I knew, that's what I was talking about. Like, there's, in every culture, there's, you know, slang or shortened ways of saying things. Bird said, we have a dishwasher and never used it since we had our house in over 15 years. We use ours as storage for plastic containers, etc. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Not, like I'm the same way, you know. I'll get to that in a second. Llewellyn, as a young kid growing up, it's best to wash by hand always. Okay. I think Filipino comes mainly from Tagalog, but takes elements from the other major dialects. Now, I'm not going to argue with you. I believe I read Filipino was standardized Tagalog, but hey, back again. You done with the chores? Not yet. I'm working a little here and there, taking a break, answering some comments. But Bert was talking about having a dishwasher and not using it. Yeah, and like whenever, I was single living in an apartment in Louisiana, and I had a dishwasher in my apartment, and I never used it because it just seemed like kind of a waste to me. As like normally, and I know my pile of dishes up there doesn't reflect that, but normally, like I'll use a dish, I'll wash it right then and put it up, and it's done. I like, um, it's especially just me. Like I'm not using a whole lot of dishes normally, so. Bert says, so do you go to church like the locals? I have not been to church since I've been to the Philippines. I haven't been to church for a while, actually. Like I'm a Christian, but I don't know. I just kind of fell out of church life a while back. I would definitely try it if I, you know, found a church that I was interested in trying out. I would go. Um, Definitely don't have anything against church. Sometimes people will need a little church up in them. Uh, Let me go over here and give Hazel some OnlyFans content. A man washing dishes. That's like that's that's like it's like porn for women. Watching a man do dishes. Okay. I'm gonna scrub this cutting board. just got this. I think this pot's pretty much clean. Put some soap in there. I just got these few little plates to do. Whoa! Stay. I need to get that dish rack up there. Maybe put it on the counter. I don't know. I need some kind of like drainage rack for dishes. That's a problem with one of the few real issues I have with this condo is the just lack of counter space in the kitchen. Because I like to cook and like it doesn't have, I don't have like a big food prep area and stuff like that. So what we got going on here? You will witness the way they practice their faith, especially in Cavite province. Okay. What's up, Unc? What's up, Risk? What's up, Neff? What's up, nephew? Call me Unc. Oh, NSK. No, NSK Bank. Why did I say Risk? Because I can't see. That's why. NSK. NSK. What is it? What is NSK's name? I knew it. I knew it at one point. But NSK, it seemed like I saw you on Michael's live stream, something simple, and I had to explain to him what Unc meant because he had no clue. He don't know the slang like I do. Had to educate him. I think I'll make a cup of coffee. Celebrate. So he come over here and found another dish I didn't do. You got this glass, got to be washed. Okay. Let's get some coffee going. Get some coffee going. I think I'm just gonna have like regular coffee today. Just regular old coffee. Need water. Okay, we need water. Coffee maker says we need water. Yeah, we'll celebrate dishes getting done with a cup of coffee. All right. And the camera follows you around. Oh, that's crazy. Never seen that. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, brother. As my little robot cameraman. Because I'm high tech like that. Tony Stark ain't got nothing on me. I'm from New Zealand. We a bit behind with tech. Oh, well, my little cameraman buddy stopped following me. I was just bragging about him, and then he just stopped doing his thing. It seemed like I believe I knew you were from New Zealand because I was always saying how I wanted to go to New Zealand to see penguins because I got a thing for penguins. Let me sweep in here while the coffee's being made. Get this. Get some. Get this swept up. Get this place more presentable. Not that I plan on having any company, but you know, I guess you guys are company. Cleaning up for you. Welcome to the condo. Trying to make it clean for you. If you come over, I'll even make you a cup of coffee. Y'all can come have a cup of coffee with me. Gotta get the creamer going. You know how I do. I get the creamer in there. And I gotta finish up this. I bought regular sugar, but I gotta finish up this brown sugar first. Let's see. Hold on. Get a lot of sugar in there. Bouncing off the wall. All right. Let me come over here and see what y'all talking about. Bert said, may we see this cameraman? Bert, you weren't here earlier when I took the thing off of. I can tell that you are done with the rat race here in the Western world. You know that, right? I am done being stressed. There is, you know, if there's anything that causes me stress, like, it's got to go. I don't care what it is. If there's, and I believe that with you guys too. If there's things in your life that's causing you stress, making you unhappy, get those things out of your life today. If you've got a job that you hate, that makes you feel stressed, makes you unhappy, stop doing that job. You may have to take a job that doesn't pay as much. You may have to move into a smaller place or whatever. But if you're living in a smaller place, being more happy going to work and enjoying your day more is worth it. I don't care how much a job pays you. If it's bringing excess stress to your life and making you unhappy, stop doing that job. That's what I got to say about it. You had enough time keeping up with the Jonia. Negative, haven't seen it. Negative, haven't seen it. What haven't you seen? What is it you haven't? I mentioned something, I guess. I don't know. Laying back like this, making my belly button show. I don't be looking at my belly button. Oh, it's loaded. Oh, the cameraman. All right, I'll do it one more time, but that's it. All right, I gotta turn it off. All right. There we go. Wait, I'll tell you back. Okay. I don't know if it's say that's why I don't show the cameraman, because like it's a lot of work trying to get the thing off and getting it back on. film. I done lost pretty much everybody in this chat. So, Bert, I hope you enjoyed seeing the thing. I'm probably gonna stop this live stream pretty quick because it's I don't know what's going on with this. It's I don't know, but I appreciate y'all guys watching. I'm gonna finish drinking my coffee, and yeah, it's just not acting right now. So no worries, Bert. But it's probably about time for me to get off here anyway. But I'll talk to you guys another time. Who dat? Love you all.